Every single day in Australia, 5 women are diagnosed with ovarian cancer and 3 will die from the disease. The stats are, well, I don't even need to say it, absolutely horrific. Antoinetta Damiano was only 29 years old when she died from ovarian cancer, just 6 months after the birth of her second child, Ben. I'm pleased to say her first child, her daughter Sabrina, joins us now. Seb, so lovely to see you and so wonderful that you are speaking so publicly about this. You were just 3 years old. What is that like to lose your mum as a toddler?
Well, obviously it's all I knew. I was 3, my brother was 6 months. Obviously really devastating for myself and my entire family. So we're grateful to be on today and talk about this devastating disease.
What do you remember about her? Do you have memories that are real of your time with her? Because it's such a young age.
Yeah, I think I remember when she was sick, my dad would go to Melbourne and always ask, do you need something? Do you want something? There she is on screen.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
And he'd come and bring me back columbines. You know those lollies, columbines?
Gosh, they're like fantails without the chocolate.
Yeah,
yes.
They were iconic. Anyway, I think I remember that. And I also remember when she died, my they were carrying her body out and I said, where's Mum going? Is she going to get my Humphrey? Because I'd lost my Humphrey.
Aww.
So those are kind of my most two prominent memories.
Every birthday, every Mother's Day, every Christmas, do you just feel sick? How do you cope with those kind of events when her loss is magnified?
Yeah, it's always, like you said, the milestone moments. So Mother's Day, Christmas, her birthday, even knowing, she's not here when, I get married or when my brother got married, my brother's having a baby. So, but look, I find purpose in, spreading awareness and getting the word out there about this devastating disease that many other people have lost their mothers, grandmothers, sisters, aunties from.
They call it the silent killer. You were at Parliament House a couple of weeks ago and you felt very special and important. I know which you are and which you were. How can we raise more awareness of this when the symptoms are not that obvious?
Yeah, it's a really good question. And obviously, thank you so much for having me on. Ovarian cancer, as you said, has the lowest life expectancy of all gynecological cancers. So out of all the cancers, 49% of women that are diagnosed with this cancer will die, as opposed to breast cancer, which is in its 90%. I was at Parliament House. Myself and my brother were lucky enough to be at Parliament House a couple of weeks ago. We're raising more funding. So we're petitioning the government for $3.8 million for funding with Ovarian Cancer Australia, and that'll obviously go into research, development, raising awareness and making sure that we're getting the message out there. Like you said, half the time once you've caught the symptoms, it's too late.
Yeah. What's the relationship like with your dad, who's obviously, raised you? And for anyone who follows Sabrina on social media, I suggest you do, because she's very entertaining. You're also very heartfelt. But he really has had a tough life. I'll give him that. Fathering
He's
you.
Love you.
Oh my gosh, bless him. But you are exhausting at the best of times.
I know.
How has he done this?
I know. Look, my dad has always instilled in me, yes, it was sad that Mum passed away, but we were lucky enough to have a really big, incredible, supportive Italian family. By the way, my dad loves you, and shout out to
your dad has great taste.
Paul Murray. He really loves Paul Murray and he was devastated he couldn't be here. But I think also giving back. So like we said, yes, it's sad that our mother died, but we want to make sure that nobody else's mother, sister, partner, friend dies from this disease. And current statistics from the Ovarian Cancer Australia state that over 1,800 women will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer. So nearly 5 per day in Australia, as you said, and of those, over 1,000 will die. So it's not great odds.
You'd be forgiven for finding this a very difficult topic to talk about and for essentially burying your head in the sand. And I'm so blown away when people choose to be brave when it would be so understandable not to be. Is it worth it to you to save other lives even though you can't get your mum back?
Oh, you're going to make me cry. Yes. Obviously, I would love to have my mum back, but I know that she's watching over me and I know that she's so incredibly proud of myself and my brother and the work that we will do and continue to do. My dad, when my mum passed away, I would always say, why did Mum die? And he would say, that was her destiny, and if her destiny was to die, then my destiny is to raise funding, awareness, and making sure that nobody else's mother has to die or nobody experiences growing up with without a mother like we did.
Oh, that's so beautiful. You've got me now. It's interesting, isn't it? You feel so much for people, but until you go through it yourself, the loss of a parent, it just, it hits different, doesn't it, beautiful girl? And I was so lucky to have my dad for a lot longer than you had your beautiful mum. Thank you. You are saving lives and you are phenomenal. Thank you so much.